Get off the stage, Gary. We're going to start. Now look what you did. Okay, the koala quiz is timed. You'll have around 5 seconds to answer each question. Ready to have a crack? Let's begin. Alrighty. Okay. What is a puggle in Australia? Answer is a baby echidna or platypus. And how's this? Echidna milk is so incredibly high in iron that it's pink. Just like a strawberry milkshake. Okay, what is the name of Australia's largest cattle station? Bigger than some small countries. Answer is Anna Creek Station. It's over 7 times larger than the King Ranch in Texas, which is America's biggest ranch. Crikey, it's the same size as New Jersey. But how's this crazy fact-checked fact? The station only employs a core staff of up to 11 people. Wow, man, that's a lean business. Hang on, what do I smell? Cow. What's going on here? Now make sure you keep score and don't go cheating. We'll compare in the comments. Okay, which Australian Prime Minister helped found 3 political parties and was remarkably expelled from all of them? Answer is Billy Hughes, and Billy was all over the shop. He is the only Aussie to serve as Prime Minister while leading both the Labor and a non-Labor government, completing the world-breaking transformation from political union leader to the head of Australia's Conservative force. He once famously said, "Those who think like me, follow me." Gee, I like that. Might put her on a t-shirt. Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Kylie. Thanks heaps, Kai. Okay, in Australia, if you order a snot block at a bakery, what are you going to get? Answer is a vanilla slice. Oh, they're my favourite. Now, the vanilla slice is a direct descendant from the, millefleur. That's French. Anyway, the French version has 3 dainty layers of pastry and then cream. But us Aussies made it same different and toughened it up a bit. So we do 2 layers of pastry, but it's thick pastry. Then, instead of cream, we do a firm block of vanilla custard. I think the Americans call that pudding. Anyway, if you're down under, put one in your cake hole. Okay, true or false? The Great Barrier Reef is a single, massive, continuous coral structure. Answer is false. The Great Barrier Reef is a complex system made up of around 3,000 reefs and 900 islands, so it's big. Slightly bigger than Italy and almost the same size as Montana. It's our planet's largest living structure and can be seen clearly by astronauts in space. Oh, what a sight that would be. Alrighty, here's a true or false. The Australian Alps receive more snow than the Swiss Alps. Answer is true. Very, very true. The Australian Alps stretch across New South Wales, Victoria and the ACT, and on average get more snow each year than the entire country of Switzerland. Okay, saltwater crocodiles are often seen resting with their mouths wide open on the riverbanks. What's the name of this behaviour? Answer is gaping. Oh, it's the terrifying pose where they sit perfectly still with their massive jaws wide open. Looks like they're waiting for a snack just to walk right in. But it's actually a clever bit of biological engineering. You see, they do it to regulate body temperature. So on a scorching Aussie day, a croc will gape to let the breeze cool the blood in its mouth, which then circulates and cools the rest of its body. It's built-in gross-as air conditioning. Now make sure you keep score and don't go cheating. We'll compare in the comments. Alrighty, what was the first feature-length film ever made in the world? Produced in Melbourne, 1906. Answer is The Story of the Kelly Gang. Yeah, we love Ned Kelly down under. And how's this? That film faced official censorship because authorities thought it glorified criminal behaviour and made heroes out of outlaws. Oh yeah? How'd that band work out for you? Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Malcolm. Thanks heaps, Macca. Okay, down under, if you say someone is a few sandwiches short of a picnic, what does it mean? Answer is, they're dim-witted. You could also say they're a few bricks short of a load, or not the full quid, or even a few chops short of a barbie. It's all in fun, mind you. Alrighty, which Australian state is nicknamed the Sunshine State? Answer is Queensland. And the phrase began appearing in tourism promotions as far back as the 50s to try and lure southerners up for the winter. But now, that sunshine brings in people from all over the world. Surfers Paradise alone has 4 million visitors every year. Alrighty, who was Australia's first female Prime Minister? Answer is Julia Gillard. And Jules and I share a love for that show Game of Thrones. She was such a fan, she even tweeted twice in Dothraki. And the bloke who created the language was so impressed and said that she used the grammar correctly. Well, yeah, sure, you'd think if she can run a country, she can use the correct grammar, even if it is Dothraki. Okay, here we go. The cassowary is a large, flightless bird and is considered to be one of the most dangerous in the world. How fast do you think it can run? Answer is 50 k's an hour. That's 30 miles an hour for the American viewer. They can also jump 2 metres high, again 6.5 foot for the Americans, and they have dagger-like claws that can shred you in seconds. Oh, I can feel it. Oh no, mummy, it's behind me, isn't it? Now make sure you keep score and don't go cheating. We'll compare in the comments. Okay, in Australia, cotton candy is known by what sweeter name? Answer is fairy floss. Oh, isn't that better? There are lots of these. We say jam, the Americans say jelly. We say tomato sauce, Americans say ketchup. Oh, gee whiz, where does the word ketchup come from? That's a weird one. Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Lewis. Thanks heaps, Louie. Okay, how many standard time zones does mainland Australia have? Answer is 3. But if you said 5, you're also right. Australia's states split up for daylight savings in the summer. And how South Australia and Northern Territory? They do a 30-minute offset rather than the full hour, because half wanted to do an hour and half didn't want to do any. So they did 50-50 splitsies. Alrighty, in Australia, if something has carked it, what's happened? Answer is, it died, or broke. Us Aussies mainly use it for objects like, oh, the toaster is stuffed and I think it's carked it. But it transfers to anything, like, hey Dal, has the spider in the toilet carked it yet? Alrighty, what is the most northern point of the Australian mainland? Answer is Cape York, in Queensland. She's one of the last great untouched wilderness areas on Earth, and it's big bad croc territory for sure. Home of the world's largest saltwater crocodiles. So, if you're visiting the Cape, you got to assume every bit of water has a massive crocodile in it. If it's wet and deep, there's a salty there, waiting to eat you. Okay, what is the name for the world's most dangerous ant? Found in Australia, of course. Answer is the bulldog ant. And these blokes are huge compared to US ants. They can grow up to 40 millimetres long. That's about 1.5 inches for the American viewer. And their venom is fair dinkum potent. It can cause fatal anaphylactic shock. Okay, who was the first European explorer to officially reach the Australian mainland in 1606, over 160 years before Captain Cook? Answer is the Dutch explorer Willem Johansen. Oh, how's that? I did it. I think I got it. And when Jansen landed in far north Queensland, he actually thought he was still on the southern coast of New Guinea. He didn't even realise he'd found a new continent. Oh, I love it when that happens. Oh, this one's a classic. Which former Australian Prime Minister famously set a world record for drinking a yard glass of beer, that's approximately 2.5 pints, in 11 seconds? Answer is Bob Hawke. Yeah, you'd say Bob was a man of the people, alright. A true Aussie larrikin. Okay, in Australia, before 1902, what common beach activity was actually illegal during the day? Answer is swimming. The ban was based on Victoria-era standard of morality and public decency, and it was considered scandalous to be seen in public wearing little or no clothing required for swimming. Crikey, what do you reckon they'd say about the micro bikinis worn at Bondi today? Now make sure you keep score and don't go cheating. We'll compare in the comments. Alrighty. What is the name of the spike-covered, egg-laying mammal that has no nipples, but feeds its young on pink milk that oozes from its skin? Answer is the echidna. And how's this? During the breeding season, a sassy female echidna will be followed by a line of up to 10 hopeful males in what we call the Aussie love train. And it can last for 6 weeks. It's one of nature's slowest courtship rituals. We should have been playing the Barry White music for this one. Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Helen. Thanks heaps, Helly. Alrighty, down under, what is hard yakka a slang term for? Answer is hard work. And I'm not talking hard work sitting in an office all day. No, this is done by shearers, miners and labourers. Tough as guts Aussies doing real hard yakka. Okay, what event on the surface of the sun creates the solar wind that triggers the aurora australis? Answer is solar flares. So if you've seen the northern lights over Alaska or Iceland, it's the exact same light show. It's just happening at the bottom of the world instead of the top. Same difference. Who is Australia's official head of state? The head honcho. Answer is the British King. And that would be His Majesty King Charles III. It's all a bit weird having a king. Most Aussies can't relate to that. I mean, we're not living in a realm, and I can't see any dragons around. But hey, can I keep this hat? Okay. When the platypus was first sent to England, what did the British scientists think it was? Answer is, they thought it was a hoax. Yeah, that tracks. So when the platypus arrived at the British Museum in 1799, they thought a prankster had stitched together parts from different animals. You know, the bill of a duck, body of an otter, webbed feet like a waterfowl, and the tail of a beaver. Even after confirming it wasn't a hoax, these scientist geniuses spent nearly 100 years debating whether it was a mammal, reptile or bird before finally classifying it as an egg-laying mammal. Geniuses. Now make sure you keep score and don't go cheating. We'll compare in the comments. Okay, what common Australian bird is nicknamed the Bushman's Clock because of its regular call at dawn and dusk? Answer is the kookaburra. They're the largest members of the kingfisher family. But unlike most kingfishers, they don't bother eating fish. Instead, they prefer mice, lizards and snakes. And when they catch something really big, they'll tenderise it by smashing it against a rock until the bones are all mushed, making it easy to swallow whole. Oh yeah, why wouldn't you? Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Cruise. Thanks heaps, Cruisy. Okay, in Australia, what are you wearing if you have on budgie smugglers? Answer is men's Speedos. Now I won't go into the reason why, but if you know, you know. And it's funny as. Okay, the Sydney Opera House roof is covered in over 1 million tiles. What fruit did the architect say inspired its unique design? Answer is an orange. Oh yeah, I can see orange slices, that tracks. And how's this? They are self-cleaning tiles because of their smooth glaze. Oh, lovely. Glazed oranges. Okay, the first Australian police force was made up of what unexpected group of people? Answer is well-behaved convicts. Crikey, I mean fair income. What do you reckon the difference is between being well-behaved and not being caught for a crime? Alrighty, what type of mining is the town of Koala famous for? Answer is opal mining. And opal mining is more than just an industry there, it's the reason the town exists. Koala produces about 80% of the world's opals. And how's this? The name Koala is derived from the Aboriginal term commonly translated as white man in a hole. Yeah, that'd be right. They tell it like it is. Now make sure you keep score and don't go cheating. We'll compare in the comments. Okay, what animal was introduced down under in 1935 to control sugarcane beetles, but became a massive pest in itself? Answer is the cane toad. Oh, these guys are horrible. Fair income, and they're as ugly as a bucket of busted spanners. But the real problem is they're highly toxic, inside and out. So when Aussie predators, like my mates the quolls, crocs and lizards eat them, they up and cark it. And we've tried to get rid of them, but a toad lays up to 30,000 eggs at a time. Oh, it's impossible. Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Joanne. Gee, thanks heaps, Joe. Okay, Frank Ford was Australia's shortest serving Prime Minister. How long did he have the top job for? Answer is only 8 days. Well, you see, Frank Ford was the Deputy Prime Minister when John Curtin died, so was appointed in a caretaker capacity. And despite being beaten comfortably in the vote a week later, he was such a good bloke that he was immediately re-elected as Deputy Prime Minister again, unopposed. And he spent the next day helping the new PM move into his 8-day-old office. Okay, if an Aussie asks you to chuck a Yui, what do they want you to do? Answer is make a U-turn while driving. Crikey, us Aussies can't understand why the rest of the world doesn't word shorten. It's verbal shorthand. Alrighty, in 1967, which sitting Australian Prime Minister vanished while swimming at a beach, never to be found? Answer is Harold Holt. And us Aussies have a bunch of theories. Some say Chinese frogmen dragged him to a waiting submarine. Others say the CIA killed him. And there's even a theory that he faked his death to run away with a secret lover. Nowadays, it's just part of our slang. If you pull a Harold Holt, it means you've disappeared. So if someone slips out of a party without saying goodbye, then they've done a Harold Holt. Okay, which Australian reptile can breathe through its bottom to stay underwater for up to 21 days? Oh, bum breather. Answer is the Fitzroy River turtle. So what this guy does is absorb oxygen from the water through its pooper valve, and this allows it to stay underwater for days at a time without coming up for air. Crikey, I think I'd rather just come up more often. Now make sure you keep score and don't go cheating. We'll compare in the comments. Okay, alright, here we go. In what year were women given the right to vote across all of Australia? Answer is 1902, and the act was a result of decades of peaceful but very persistent campaigning by women like Louisa Dawson and Mary Lee and Rose Scott, who organised petitions and rallies to prove women were capable of political thought. Oh gee whiz, how the times have changed. Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Rebecca. Thanks heaps, Beck. Okay, true or false? More than 80% of Australian animals are unique to this continent and found nowhere else. Answer is true. Most Aussie mammals, reptiles and frogs are unique to this great southern land we call Australia. Okay, in Australia, if someone has spat the dummy, what have they done? Answer is, lost their temper. It's a hissy fit, and us Aussies use it to take the mickey out of someone who's overacting to a minor inconvenience. Just like when Gary the echidna stormed off set because we didn't have his favourite donuts in the green room. Roo told me he spat the dummy and went back to his burrow. Okay, here's a true or false. The Daintree rainforest is the oldest living rainforest in the world. Oh yeah, that's true. It's around 180 million years old. When the T-Rex was roaming the earth, the Daintree pretty much looked like it does today. Oh, I think he's looking at me. Mummy, he's looking at me. Okay, the platypus is weird enough, but only the males have a secret weapon. What is it? Answer is a venomous spur, and it's powerful enough to kill a dog, but they don't use it for defence or hunting. They use them to fight each other over mating rights and territory. Can you imagine how these guys fight? I mean, they have duck feet and duck hands. It's ridiculous. Alrighty, what is the name of the world's largest groundwater source, located beneath almost a quarter of the Australian continent? Answer is the Great Artesian Basin. And how's this? Some of the water found in the centre of the basin is more than 1 million years old. Oh, does that make it fresh or stale? Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Adam. Thanks heaps, Ads. Okay, during the official opening of the Sydney Harbour Bridge in 1932, who unexpectedly rode up on a horse and slashed the ribbon with his sword before the state premier could? Answer is Francis de Groot. Oh, gee whiz. Imagine spending 9 years building a bridge only for one guy to come along and steal the grand opening. De Groot got his comeuppance though. The coppers dragged him off his horse and sent him straight to a lunatic asylum. And then they tied the ribbon back together and let the Prime Minister cut it again, like nothing happened. Okay, in Australia, what is an ankle biter? Answer is a small child. We also call them grommets, billy lids, which is rhyming slang for kids, even curtain climbers, but it's all with affection. Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Lynette. Thanks heaps, Lynn. Alrighty, who is Australia's longest serving Prime Minister, holding the office for a total of 18 years? Answer is Sir Robert Menzies. And all I can remember about Menzies is his unbelievably thick and expressive eyebrows. They were beautiful, and he was fully aware of them too. He'd use them like The Rock does. He'd raise one eyebrow to signal scepticism, or lower both to show grave concern. Okay, in Australia, what are you doing if you're having a sticky beak? Answer is having a look. I think this one is rhyming slang for peek. So rather than saying, "Oh darling, I may have a peek in that store," we say, "Oh hey darl, I'm going for a sticky beak in that store." Okay, which tiny marsupial was thought to be extinct for 70 years until one was found in a ski lodge at Mount Buller in 1966? Answer is the mountain pygmy possum. Very cute little guys, weighing about the same as an apple, and the only Aussie marsupial to do a true long-term hibernation. They spend up to 7 months asleep. Gee, that's what I call a good nap. Okay, which large pink-coloured lake is located in Western Australia? Answer is Lake Hillier, famous for its bubblegum pink water. And unlike other pink lakes that change their hue willy-nilly, Lake Hillier stays that vibrant bubblegum pink colour all year round. Even if you put the water in a glass, it'll stay pink. Oh, someone should do a whole swimming pool. Now make sure you keep score and don't go cheating. We'll compare in the comments. Okay, before the name Great White was popularised by the 80s movie Jaws, What were these sharks called in Australia? Answer is white pointers. Now they're not Aussie, but they are world-class travellers and they've set up nurseries here. One great white, nicknamed Nicole, after Nicole Kidman, was tracked swimming from South Africa to Western Australia, and she did it in just 99 days. Crikey, that's 11,000 kilometres, about 7,000 miles for the American. She must have been going flat knacker. Today's episode of Just a Koala Show is brought to you by Finn. Thanks heaps, Finny. Alrighty, here we go. In what year did the Sydney Harbour Bridge officially open? Answer is 1932. And here's a fun fact. 3 days before the opening, 52,000 school kids were invited to walk the bridge for a Children's Day celebration. Oh, that's nice. And one of the kids, an 8-year-old, was selected to climb to the very top, without a safety harness, mind you. Also, the media could get a shot. It's 134 metres. That's 435 feet for the Americans. He made it alright though, and when he finally got to the top, he said, "Hey, they look like ants down there," pointing to his schoolmates. Okay, don't stop, genius, you're almost there. And make sure to stay and see what's coming up. It's a rip snorter. Okay, what is the name of the world's oldest continuously surviving tropical rainforest located in Queensland? Answer is the Daintree Rainforest, and it's home to Aussie animals that won't be found anywhere else, like musky rat kangaroo. Now this little guy is the smallest of all the kangaroos, and it weighs only 500 grams. It's the same size as a guinea pig. Okay, now here are some questions from the viewers for me to answer. Oh, isn't this going to be fun? Alright, here we go. Is tap water safe to drink in Australia? Oh, that's a weird one. Yeah, we wouldn't have taps if we couldn't drink from them. Aussie water is treated and monitored and meets very strict guidelines. In urban areas like Sydney and Melbourne, the water is very high quality. And in the bush where I live, the water tastes all minerally, like it's straight from a natural spring. Oh, it's delicious. Okay, question for me. Is it safe to swim at the beach? Well, that depends on which beach. I'd say any beach across the top end of Australia, which includes Northern Territory, Western Australia and tropical North Queensland, is an absolute no. Swim there and you're gonna die. It's croc territory. Anywhere else in the country and you're pretty much fine. You're just gonna get golden sand and clear blue waters. Aussie beaches are top class. Why is it so hot at Christmas in Australia? Well, that's because down under, Chrissy is in December, just like everywhere else, and that's right in the middle of our summer. Look, if you're in the US, we're pretty much your opposite. Your winter is our summer, and our summer is your winter. It's a geological thing. Alrighty, here's a question. How many times have I been bitten by a snake? Oh, hundreds of times. I got a snake attached to my leg right now. No, just kidding. Look, there's a bit of a thing about snakes down under, and yeah, for sure, some will kill you proper dead, but it doesn't happen much. Here's the actual stats. There are 3,000 snake bites reported across the entire country each year, and only 550 people have to take a trip to the hospital because of a bite. Now here's the stat that should really put a tourist at ease. Only 2 people a year die from a snake bite in the entire country. Come on down, you'll be fine. Alrighty, here's a question. Can I take a day trip from Sydney to the Great Barrier Reef? Oh gee whiz, I reckon if you were in a race and had a private jet you could. But Sydney is about 2,400 kilometres, that's 1,500 miles for the American viewer, from the main hubs of the Great Barrier Reef in Queensland. It'd be like doing a day trip from Maine to Florida. You'd have to be crackers. If you want to visit the Great Barrier Reef, your best bet is to stay in Cairns or Port Douglas. That's your gateway. Okay, question for me. Do I need to leave a tip at an Australian restaurant? Well, you don't need to tip in Australia because staff wages are high compared to America. So many say that you don't have to worry about it and you should only leave a tip for exceptional experience. But that's not how I do it. If I'm dining out, I'll always leave a tip, not huge, around 10%. Coming up on the next episode of Just a Koala Show. Oh, what's this? No, we've got it wrong again. This isn't the right vision. Stop the tape. Oh, unbelievable. Alright, what did you score? Comment it below. And if you want another one, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next quiz.